When I first heard about this mysterious coronavirus that was spreading in Wuhan, China, I thought two things: beer, and that's too far away. I certainly didn't think I'd be doing this video or taking the hygiene precautions we're taking in our practice. And a few weeks ago, you probably weren't thinking about the conversations that you've had or are about to have with your kids about coronavirus and the precautions we all need to take. Whilst there are relatively few cases in Australia, most countries, regardless of numbers infected, are taking similar precautions. And this is to delay the spread of infection so that our health system can cope. Some of these precautions include messages about hand hygiene, encouraging people to stay home when unwell, engaging in social distancing, and self-quarantining if you've returned from overseas. What's come along with the spread of coronavirus has been panic buying of various goods, and this has been plastered all over various media. This has meant even prior to the coronavirus being declared a pandemic, your kids were probably well aware, and even more so now our communities respond. It's a difficult time for parents because our kids seek out certainty. What are we going to do today? What's for dinner? What's going to happen when I see the doctor? And the impact of the coronavirus is uncertain. So how can you support your kids in the face of coronavirus? Firstly, as parents, we have to accept the uncertainty about the consequences of the coronavirus. This doesn't mean it will be catastrophic, just that we don't know all the implications right now. We're not sure how long the pandemic will last, we're not sure if there will be a vaccine developed, we're not sure if schools will close or if we'll catch it. It's important we help our kids to sit with this uncertainty and that it's okay for us not to have clear answers. For example, your kids might be wondering if they'll get coronavirus. You might say something like, "Look, I'm not sure if any of us will get the coronavirus. We're taking precautions now so that we can try to prevent it spreading by washing our hands and not shaking hands with others." You might also want to ask your kids their thoughts and feelings about coronavirus. Ask them what they already know so that you can get a gist of what they do and don't know, and it'll give you an opportunity to correct any misinformation, as well as an opportunity for them to ask any questions they have. If you don't know the answer to a question, let them know you're not sure. Again, this supports being able to sit with uncertainty and that you'll get back to them. Don't encourage Google searching, as there are a range of views of the internet, some of which aren't helpful in supporting rational responses. If your kids aren't very interested, don't prod, but let them know they can ask you questions when they like. Normalise their worries if they have them and try to picture answers to their level. Providing a little information and waiting for a further question is better than overloading them with info that might be beyond their understanding or coping. Thirdly, let your kids know the precautions your family are going to take and the likely precautions they might see at school, at the doctor's, or out in public. Knowing how your family will respond gives kids some reassurance that you've considered the situation and are acting to protect them, and knowing what they might be confronted with in public may reduce any unintended shock or worry this might produce. We hope this has been helpful in supporting your family. Please access the World Health Organization or the Department of Health for further information on coronavirus.